Okay. The fear is real. That's right, the fear is real. I see you in chat. The music is scary and ominous, almost like Finn is about to take over. That is correct. You are indeed correct. The takeover is about to happen. And if you didn't guess it, well, then you didn't read the title, because it says Finituesday in the title. And that's not because Ranger is here. You guys know Ranger isn't here. He told you this yesterday. So if you didn't know Ranger wasn't here, shame on you, because Finn is taking over. Welcome to another Reality Skewed Gamers live stream, and I am Finity, and that man right there is Mr. Grim the Mechanic. Say hi to the people's Grim.
It's Finception.
It is. It's Finception. I mean, we can do more Finception if you want. I mean, we have. Yep, you were warned. You were warned.
There's an interesting thing. I'm noticing a black bar above us in the stream there.
In the stream?
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's a black bar in the...
Hi, Moss. Yeah.
Oh, I see why. I see why. Because it just just missed a little bit on the clip of you. There you go. That should be gone now. Haha. Yeah, I didn't trim it enough. I didn't trim it. See, this is what happens. See, I was trying to get this all set up, and yeah, there.
Hi, Moz.
There you go. Oh yeah, everyone is saying, like, whenever they see Moz, they get the voice in their head. So let me just do this. Hey, Moz. Hey.
Hey.
And let me shout out everybody in chat as well. We had Dr. Buck Fu, out here. Yes, everybody get ready to vote. Whatever you vote for, don't matter. Go out, vote if you haven't already. I did early voting. I mail in mine because I don't want to go to those places.
Yeah, I did early voting as well. I actually went in,
Yeah.
and voted. So
yeah, mailing is so much easier. I do it from the comfort of my home. Yeah. Gav P, Happy Taco Tuesday, or Gang Penang Thai Curry. I love chicken Penang curry. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, that is
chicken
good.
Penang curry is like maybe my favorite dish. Like when you get a lot of extra sauce and then you mix it with the rice, and then you have like you eat the chicken with the rice in the right proportions. Then you have some sauce left over and you have the veggies left over. Then you just mix the rice with it. The rice freaking like absorbs all of the liquid sauce, and then you get it makes me happy. I think that is my favorite food though. Chicken Penang curry is probably like my favorite dish. Of course, you guys know what my favorite food is. Fruit snacks. Well, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that promotion later. But we have Maz in here. We have Yuta in here. Chico saying good morning. It's also afternoon and evening to some of you all, so thank you all for joining. We have Ghost Strike here saying, hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday indeed. What else 73? Happy Taco Hump Day, even if it's late. It is not late. It is exactly when Finn starts, because Finn has a problem starting at 12 because Finn is working. So has to find time during his lunch to quickly come over here. So yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Raza972 is here. Foreigner is here. Doc Ravage. Who else do we have in the chat? Let's see. Nat Swarm is here. How are you doing, Nat Swarm? Wolffell is here. I thought the election results might be the worst thing today. Nope. Finn has taken over the lunch stream. It's right up there. I will say it is right up there in awfulness. It's a balance. It's a balance of awfulness. So yeah. John Moran is here. Hi, Johnny Mo. Went in to vote, Grim. It wasn't bad. Yeah, some places aren't bad. Some places are. It's just
I'm surprised.
One of those things.
I mean, yeah. Johnny lives in New York.
It's true. He does.
So yeah, I'm surprised, but awesome. I'm glad that it wasn't bad.
Yes. Yes. So, welcome to all of you guys here. That is right, /Fan Rose Fruit Snacks hype, as Finn is about to indulge in Welch's Fruit Snacks one day sponsoring Finity RSG. And not only today, we've done this before, not only today is Finn eating Welch's Fruit Snacks, he is also drinking Welch's Apple Juice, a great way to get your stream going, a liquid diet of awesomeness. Just saying. What? You leave me and my Welch's addiction alone.
I think it's more than just an addiction.
It's true. It is. But see, this is what happens, because what happens then afterwards is both of these items have just natural sugar from fruit, right? They're fruit. So they have their sugar. And of course, when Finn gets fresh sugar, bad things happen. It's important that you don't feed Finn sugar after midnight, but even before midnight is a problem, because then Finn does things like this. And now he brings out his kazoo. And it just gets so much worse. Like, it just gets so much worse. Just so much worse. All right. So we're going to have some fun today with Galaxy of Heroes, as I am going to set my 3v3 squad teams. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm doing, normally before my GACs, I will work with the viewers and we'll create a bunch of teams for my GAC. We'll do it through the loadouts. Something I would recommend for all of you guys, by the way. Hi, Nev. So what I would suggest to all of you guys is to use the loadouts in order to determine your teams. You can also use it to easily figure out what teams you want to put on offense and defense. And then, if you so choose, you can mix them around if you organize them correctly. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. And, yeah. Johnny Mo, if I get Finn wet after midnight, do we get lots of Finn? No, if you feed him fruit snacks after midnight, that's how it happens. And people have seen the multi-Finn. The multi-fin is kind of scary. There have been multiple fins. There have been large fins, small fins, female fins. Yeah, that's a Julie. But still, there have been... Okay, Finn has done a lot of stupid things. You know, come to think of it, Grim, Finn has done a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Yuta, hang in there, Grim, you'll get through this. I mean, he will. He will. We survived that Phasmophobia stream. We'll be able to survive this, Grim. We survived that nonsense.
Oh, I hope so.
Mm-hmm. It's true. There's no McVenom here, so the moist fin thing doesn't necessarily affect me like it does McVenom. So you can say that, but it's not gonna bother me as much. /FanRose. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's not gonna bother me as much. But as we get started here, by the way, guys, get in your questions. We will try to answer questions, but certain questions I won't be able to answer. So if I can't answer them, I'll just straight up tell you I can't answer them. Galactic Legend question. So I have a feeling now that I said that, Grim, there's going to be a lot of Galactic Legend questions.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's going to be a lot of questions. Period.
Yeah. So
whether
ask questions
Star Wars
that Finn
related or
can
not.
answer. Yeah. Ask questions that Finn can answer. That's what I would tell you. Ask questions that Finn can answer. Like Johnny's question, right? Question if I get Finn wet after mid. Like, that's a question that Finn can answer. Just straight up. Nev wants to join. Yeah, I don't mind if Nev joins. Grim, do you mind, would you be able to send Nev the new
give me
lunch?
A second here to
Yeah.
grab the link here and send it to him.
So we have a new lunch Zoom, Nev. You're welcome to hop on. So let's see. What else are we? So we're gonna go through my roster, and we're gonna set up 3v3 teams using the loadouts. Now, previously we have done this before. So you'll see back in July is the last time we set up 3v3 teams. And these are some of the teams that we've had. But we have a lot more characters now. And, well, the Galactic Legends, I don't have any. I don't have Jedi Knight Luke. So I don't really have too many new. But we do have, like, the Cara Dune. And we have Mon Mothma. And we have Grief and Mando, which aren't really ready. So we have a whole bunch of potential things here that we could use.
Sent you the info there, Nev.
There we go. So what you're gonna do is help me create the teams that I'm gonna set up in my 3v3. So in the 3v3, we'll go through the loadouts and question Finn, when do you start your Galactic Legend Luke grind? It will start once that challenge gets filled in Tiltify, and at the current time, it is not filled. It is not filled. So that is what it is. So we also then have let's see. What was the other question? Did I miss any questions from before? I don't think I did. No, I didn't miss any questions from before. So then if I go to the next one, it is, oh god, Nev is sharing his screen. It's okay, I have to fix the Zoom thing. Okay, hold on. I'll fix it once Nev is on. So all right. Then we had question for Finn. Oh, Nev is green screening too. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta fix it.
Yeah, no. Well, you guys were green screening and baseball capping, so I figured I'd green screen and baseball cap with you.
Perfect. You fit in perfect. Hold on. Let me do this here. So hold on. Now I gotta fix this. We're gonna try something here. This is all new. This is new technology that Finn has been working on. So we're gonna do this.
Edit transform. Edit transform.
Yes, but the problem is there's a little gap in between with the zoom. So I'm just going to put myself right in the middle. See, there we go. So we have Nev over here, and we have Grim over here. This is the way we're going to roll with this here. There we go. I really should split it like I did the other time, but I'm just going to do this. So
and then we got the green box, the black boxes too.
Yeah. I have to trim the top again, don't I? Every time. There we go. The black box
Actually,
is
we're
gone.
Social distancing. See the glass wall between me and Nev?
Yeah.
The black wall.
I mean, if you want, I can go stand in my full green screen studio and just sit back in a couch if you like. You know?
No, you're fine. See, so what
Fancy.
I actually have to do, see here, this is the magic of television right here. So what I'm gonna do.
Television's magic.
It is. Oh, it's magic. You know. All right, so this one. So we're going to make Grim number 2. We're going to make Nev here. Let me lock this. And I'll go here. And I'll make this over here, right? So now I can move Finn. And look, I'm going to get rid of that black bar. All right, so that's on 1. Hold on. I'm doing stuff. I am doing stuff, Grim. Hold on. So there we go. We can have Nev right here. Then we'll do here, and we can bring Grim over here. See? Look at this. See? It's the magic of television.
It's the magic of television.
It is. It is the magic of television.
I'm bigger than you guys.
It's magic.
No, now it's all the same. It should be all the same now, roughly.
Oh yeah, okay there.
Should all be roughly.
Well, me and Grim are bigger than you.
Well, yeah, because I have
Grim
like
and I
more.
are
I
bigger
have
than
more.
you.
You guys are like from here up. I go all the way down because I got to sport my RSG's hoodie.
You go all the way down, Finn?
Well, I mean, depends on the occasion.
Vernacular.
I'll take awkward sayings from Finn for 500, Alex.
500. There's like $10.
Quote Finn 2020. I go all the way
$10
down.
and Finn has awkward saying. 500. Doesn't take 500 for an awkward saying from Finn. Just throwing that out there. All right. Neo Venom 2, question for Finn. Do you think Cenobite Baby Yoda is the next galactic legend? No! I've already, in all honesty though, I've already said what I think is going to happen, which is that the 5 light side Mando characters are going to lead to a legendary Gideon. I think ultimately we're going to get some more Empire characters to go along with Gideon. Then you're going to need Gideon and the Empire characters for probably like a journey Mando character that's going to be in Beskar. And then you're going to need both the light side and the dark side for an evolved Baby Yoda. He's not going to be called a child at that point. It'll be Mando maybe season 3. He'll have a name. He'll be 75 years old instead of 50 years old or something. He's going to be more of a teenage Baby Yoda, which will then be more appropriate. And that one is the one that we're going to get in the game. Because I don't think they ever want to have anyone attacking a character called the Child in a Disney game. I'm just going to throw that out there. They literally named him the Child. They're not going to have you saying, I am going to now annihilate the Child. Like, that's just, I don't think they want those terms associated with the Disney game. That's my guess. But
yeah, they'll give him. I think they'll have the Mando give him a name by the end of by the end of the season, because if. Actually, no. We can't talk about the episode because there are people.
Yeah, however, I'd say if you haven't seen season 2, episode 1, please go watch it. It was badass. Mm-hmm. But after watching that has changed my view on what they're gonna do, what they have a chance for doing in game. So I can't say anything about it until
we're not going to say anything about it because there might be people that have watched it. Yeah, I
don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Mm-hmm. I do think that they're probably going to give the Child a name by the end of the season, because it's
if
kind
he's
of
still
like
there by the end of the season.
It's like you can't just keep calling the kid or the child, that needs a name.
Exactly, he will
needs a name. I think that they'll get, so by the time
he's gonna have a Mando name.
They want to bring, by the time they want to bring him to bring Baby Yoda to the game, he'll have a name.
Yeah, he's gonna be Yoda Jaren. He's gonna have a Mando name. Yoda Jaren. Okay, let's see what the next question is. Paolo Garay, welcome Paolo, and also welcome to Neo Venom 2 and Rangers in the chat as well, yelling at me, which is normal. Paolo Garay, question: what do you guys think about Grievous L3 and a fast Jawa engineer? I would rather put a droid on. I don't know why you would want to put a Jawa on that. So Jawas, unfortunately, don't work very well in 3v3. You can still use them against Geos and stuff. They're not as good. But Grievous has a lot more synergy with a bunch of droids, right? So I would actually just still put a bunch of droids. Maybe, I don't know if you need L3. You could probably do like B1 Magna Guard if you really wanted a tank. Or you could just go straight up damage and do B1 and B2.
I understand why he's wanting to do that.
Because of the speed.
Because, speed, Jawa can res, the engineer can res both GG and L3. Mm-hmm. And since L3 is the only other droid there, Grievous will always give her the mark.
But so Jawa engineer is pretty squishy. Even at higher thing, right? So you would have to mod him for speed and protection. Load him up so he doesn't die, because you could easily fall to that team with just like a Thrawn. You put a Thrawn on that team, you kill Jawa Engineer, that team is going to start falling apart, right? So it's almost like a single character can nullify that team in 3v3, because T3 or L3 becomes a linchpin on that.
But you can the fracture doesn't stop Grievous's mark from being put back on after fracture hits.
Yes.
Fracture only gets rid of buffs and stops buffs.
But it stops the taunt of L3, which lets you kill Jawa Engineer.
But no, remember, Mark is a forced taunt.
Yeah, but the mark only happens if Grievous falls low.
Yeah,
right. So if you don't attack Grievous, you fracture L3, you kill Jawa Engineer, you've lost the.
Yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah,
true.
That would
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Thrawn is almost like the one-man counter for that team. Versus if you put
Thrawn is beautiful in 3v3 in any team.
Yes.
Thrawn may not be the boss he is in 5v5, but in 3v3, Thrawn is a boss. You can use Thrawn in so many different compositions. It's bonkers, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like it's
Vader
a
and
bad team.
Pietrika be powerhouses in 3v3, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he is. And so it's not like it's a bad combination, Paolo. I just think that you could get more out of Grievous with more droids on the team. Like, with B1 healing him, and if you put like a Magna Guard on that team, and now you only have 3 characters instead of like 5 characters attacking Magna Guard, if you have a tanky Magna Guard with a B1 that's able to heal him, you are going to make it very difficult to get to Grievous. And Paolo's saying if they use a Thrawn team against us, I call it a win.
That is true, because you force them to use a good team against it.
Well, so that's the thing. You force them to use a good character. I don't think you need to do like your standard EP Vader Thrawn, right? That's probably overkill against that team. You could do Thrawn plus 2 pretty heavy damage dealers that you maybe have just lying around and get rid of that. Like, you might be able to get away with like a Thrawn with like a Wampa that kind of becomes like a plug and play. And then maybe even like an R2. Right, and depending on what you do with 3v3, and we'll look at some different team compositions as we go through my roster. Like, if you get rid of Thrawn and you consider that a win, again, I also don't know what division you're in, Paolo. So if you can get rid of Thrawn and you're like Division 3, that could be a huge boost, right? That would be a huge boost. If you're in Division 1, chances are that there's enough depth that if you eat up a Thrawn just by itself and you don't force like a great team around it, that may not be the greatest thing, especially if you're losing Grievous, who honestly might be able to kill a lot of things on his own. You're in Division 2. Okay. So you're kind of right in that borderline where I would say using Thrawn is potentially a pretty high thing. So yeah, it might be worth it. It might be worth it, depending on how fast your L3 is and how fast you can get your Jawa Engineer going. Mods would be dependent on this, because you do, again, need a high protection Jawa, a Jawa Engineer, so he doesn't die to AoEs. Because if he dies to AoEs, then you're going to be in trouble. But if his protection is high enough that he's not going to die to just like random AoEs, then I think you'd be in good shape. Hi Nightmare, hi Nathan H. Let me see, who else did I miss? Hi Streamlabs, how are you doing, Streamlabs? Glad to have you here. We got Poby here, and we have Scribe. How are you doing, Scribe? Scribe is turning into Smudge, by the way. I don't know if you saw that this morning, Nev. So he was in our Discord, and everyone was saying good morning and all of this. And he just went, I'm hungry, feed me. He's turning into his cat. Scribe is slowly turning into Smudge. Smudge is adorable, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Smudge is adorable, but he's turning into Smudge. Just, it's just the way it is. Hi, Snoochie Boochies. How are you doing? Okay.
Snoogans.
Yeah. Yep. And Ray Rock is here. How are you doing, Ray Rock? I am almost done with my pack of fruit snacks, so we're going to get into the 3v3 here. So, we are going to jump in. He's my only companion. We're slowly becoming one. Okay. So, you are saying that you are slowly becoming one another, right? I want to see Smudge streaming playing Galaxy of Heroes. We need that.
Yeah, that would go viral right there. That's like the cat playing the piano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you could get Smudge in a clip to hit auto and take out like a Darth Revan team or something like that, that would be the greatest thing ever. Just, you see the little cat just pop.
Yeah, just get yourself a great big mouse pad and put it down there in front and just you know, like the cat videos on YouTube where someone's making the cat go like that.
Yep.
Just put your cat on your lap in front of a mouse pad and just have them, tap the mouse pad and see what happens.
Yes, he can choose your next relic wherever he taps his paw. Yeah, you see, this is gold right here, Scribe. This is gold right here. Smudge pick.
Cat videos are always gold.
I know, but this is the equivalent of like having, you know, those puppies picking the Super Bowl winner by seeing like which like dog bowl they run to for food. It's just like which relic will Smudge pick next, and we just watch as Smudge goes and just taps a character, and that's the one that's gonna be relicked. Like,
yeah, congratulations,
oh my God,
you're relicking
Star
First
Wars
Order,
video.
you know, TIE pilot.
See, we are filled with good ideas. We are filled with good ideas. Hi, the engineer. Glad to have you here. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
definitely, Paolo. I'm glad to help.
Well, they're ideas, not exactly good ones, but they're ideas.
Hey, we are filled with great ideas. So Scribe, just letting you know how we got RSG to talk about smut. No. It's how you got Finn to talk. Finn is the most distracted streamer anywhere on Twitch and YouTube. You can get me on a different topic. These people know when I do my GAC, like I will stream GAC for like an hour and a half, and only about 15 minutes of it is actually GAC. We will talk about.
Okay,
and 15 minutes is being optimistic.
It is.
Then you need to stream, Finn. Then you need to stream with Thaddeus, because you would start off like 5 minutes into talking about Swugger, and you would both just give each other tangents.
Oh yeah.
Thaddeus is a nightmare for going off on tangents.
I've at least been good about going off on a tangent but circling back. I have learned to circle back. Thaddeus
hasn't. Thaddeus has not learned how to circle back. He has to be forced to circle back. It's like literally you're casting a rod out and it's like, come on back, Thad. Come on back. We're reeling him in. And he's gone again. It's like, yeah. Okay, we get that you like that book. But, you know, you're playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes now. Nobody wants to hear about your conspiracy theories about Thrawn and the Outer Rim, you know?
Yeah. Ray Rock is saying, I thought Riemann is the king of tangents. Riemann is 100% the king of tangents, but Riemann is the king of unrelated tangents. He will literally be doing something with Darth Revan and all of a sudden be like, did you see what happened in Power Rangers? And it'll just be like the weirdest transition tangent ever. Like, at least we're related to something happening, right? Like, you guys are typically, they do it intentionally, by the way, Neb. The chat will intentionally try to distract me. They're awful like that. So they'll intentionally try to distract me and get me off of tangents. But Riemann will just straight up do it to himself, and he'll talk about random things. Like, there was one where they were working on his mods, and all of a sudden Riemann was like, God damn it, that's gonna hurt me in fantasy football. It's like, what? Like, nothing to do with anything with mods, and suddenly you're worried about fantasy football. Like, that's just Riemann. Riemann is the king of unrelated tangents. It sounds like Thaddeus is probably the king of legitimate tangents, and me is just not being focused. I think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to dangle.
Yeah, control. You must learn control.
And speaking of control, I am going to control myself by drinking some more Welch's apple juice. Delicious. All right. At some point, this Welch's sponsorship is going to happen, Grim. I'm trying to give them like a little bit of like a taste of what I can do, right? But I'm not going to do it all the time because I don't want to just give it away for free. I just need to, this is my promotional video. I'm going to clip these.
You've been doing a really good job of giving it away for free.
I know. But that's because the campaign starts in 2021. So right now, I have to kind of show what is happening, like what I can provide to them as a sponsor, and then I'll be able to do. Then they'll want to pay me. I'm just, because if they can't see what is happening, then, you know, it's hard. It's just difficult. Okay, so as we're going to get ready, we're going to set up my 3v3 teams. So the way that you guys should do this, again, this is my recommendation to all of you guys, is to use the loadouts when you're setting up your teams for GAC. It makes it extremely easy for you guys, especially if you want to change your teams between GACs to figure out what teams you have. So going into my 5v5 setup, right, we set this one up before to show you guys how we set it up. There are certain teams that I know with my roster I will keep for defense and I'll keep for offense. Those two are Darth Revan goes on defense and Gas stays for offense. So because of that, I use those two as my separators. And we try to distinguish what the defensive teams are and different teams we can use for offense. So you can see this starts off with Darth Revan. So all these teams become defensive potential teams until I hit the gas team. So you can see as soon as I hit gas here, this is where my offensive teams line up. So you'll see Geos, Nude, Mon Mothma, Padme. Like these are all teams that I will potentially set on defense. Additionally, the way I have these organized is I go from the top front zone, then I go bottom front zone, and back zone. So I know exactly which teams are going where. So Darth Revan is going in the top front. So is First Order. So is Bounty Hunters. Then you have Grievous and Night Sisters. And then you have Padme and Mon Mothma. And then these other teams are backup, which is Newt and Grievous. So you can kind of mix these around. What, Nev? Why are you laughing?
No, sorry, it's just my mind. It's just that you went first, I go top front, then I go bottom front, then I go in from the rear.
Yeah.
See, I told you don't need $500.
You just keep saying these inappropriate things.
Some of these things you just can't make up.
I told you. See, there's no Finn says inappropriate things for $500. It's freaking $10. You don't even need 10. Give me a fruit snack. It just.
You know, I am actually Bulldog does a Family Feud show. I am going to suggest that he does a category inappropriate things that Finn says. You know, we asked 100 people what are the most inappropriate things that Finn has said during a live stream, and the top answer is I go down all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's been worse. Okay, so here, this is what we'll do. Chat, give Nev different inappropriate things that Finn has said. Just straight up. Because Nev may not have heard all of them, and Poby I know is in chat, so she has probably all of these listed down somewhere. List all of the things that Finn has said that is inappropriate. Just go ahead and put them all in chat. Just gonna be so Nev, here is all of your material. I am sure it's gonna come up in chat here in a second. Just yeah, you will see all of that awfulness. Just nightmare, awful, just awful nightmare. Okay, so we're gonna set my 3v3 teams, and then when you do this, go into the loadouts. Use the loadouts in order to organize your teams. It'll help you. So what we're going to do is also hit that unique only button. That is going to be when you are making sure that you don't use a character twice, so that way you don't mess up your team lineup. So the goal is to get one character in each of these. You may have some leftover, but yeah. Nightmare just making stuff up. What is it, Finn 2005? Awful. Just... Nightmare just making things work. Yeah. So Poby is correct. That I did say yesterday. That was said. That was just yesterday too. I do like to take it slow between the strings. It's that was that is Finn. Just okay. So we'll go ahead and start. I think my first team is likely going to be my most easy team, right? Which is going to be Darth Revan, Malak, and Basti. Now, sometimes you guys do like doing the EP one, right? So the EP team is potentially one that we'll do, but otherwise Darth Revan, Malak, Fallen, Basti, I think is going to be like my strong defensive team. Is likely the one that I'm going to put in the top zone. And just keep that. And again, we want to keep the top zone the strongest one because we're protecting fleet. We're expecting 2 fleets on defense. So yeah, play Metallica on your flute. I can't play it on my flute, but I can play it on my kazoo. I can play Metallica on my kazoo. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Nev? Are you ready for kazoo?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Metallica? Okay.
Oh god, yeah, I love the kazoo. You know I love kazoo.
Okay, here we go. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Turn on, I see red. There you go. There is Metallica on a kazoo with Finn. Okay, there you go. All right.
I show back up to Finn Kazoon.
Metallica.
Outstanding.
Not just kazooing Metallica. Just yeah. I hope Ranger isn't what. Oh, Ranger will kill me with yeah. I thought we should behave on YouTube. When was this ever? Wait, have we ever said to behave on YouTube? When have I ever said to behave on YouTube?
Well, we do kind of have to behave. I don't have to totally behave.
Lars is about to strike the stream. I mean, it's... Yeah, I can't argue that. All right, so we're going to set this as the first team. We'll do Darth Revan, Malik, and Basti. All right, so we'll get this as a defensive team reporting. Yeah, you know what? I probably will go over to my Twitch after this for a little bit, and then we might do some Twitch sayings. I still have graphics to clear up, but yeah. Unsubscribed after that noise. Hey, Snoochie, that wasn't just noise. That was Metallica. And it's the only way that Lars will not strike us. Only way. Yeah, I have... Okay. So, next up... I don't know what team do we want to do next. There is a team that I want to try on defense. I've seen it, and it's worked out pretty well. It is the team of Padme, Kenobi, and R2, and it makes Kenobi ridiculously hard to kill, because Kenobi is getting all the boosts and stuff from R2 as well as the protection up from Padme, and this team I've seen in 3v3 being really nasty. So what do you guys think of this as a defensive team? Padme, Kenobi, and R2. That saves us Anakin potentially for another team as well, which I think is fairly big. Because I do want to try and save Jedi Knight Anakin. Yeah, Poby saying that R2 is good with Padme. That's what I'm thinking too, right? What do you guys think, Grim and Nev? Does it work as a defensive team? Padme, Kenobi, R2?
I can see it working.
It'd be a defensive team.
I mean, it will work.
Yeah.
It is going to work. You just don't know what the AI is going to do regarding R2 smokescreen. You don't know which character, because you want him to do GK, but you don't know if he's going to do GK or not.
That's true. So let's take a look at what I have for them with health and protection. Because normally the smoke screen goes on the highest health and protection, right? To give them the buff. So right now my Kenobi is at 152 combined health and protection. And my Padme is at 102,000. So it would at least start off with Kenobi. So yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. So we'll do Padme, Kenobi, R2 as our starting, and R2 is gear 11, so he's not going to be the highest one, so he's going to definitely smokescreen Kenobi, so we will do that. There we go. So we'll keep this as a 3v3 team. You can get it. Oh yeah, that's true. I can do GW on auto and see exactly who R2 would do it. That is correct, and that is why I always save one round of GW. Like I'll always do the last one. So yeah. Let me see. Why is R2 only gear 11? It's because I don't really use R2 all that much. And my roster, I'm taking everyone to gear 11. So, yeah. I'm not relicking them. And gear 12 is only if I really have the gear. Otherwise, I focus on gear 11ing everyone. So, welcome to my GAC nightmare, which you've watched for so long now. You should know the answer to that question. All right. So, yes. R2 is gear 11, but Rose is relic 7. Once again, welcome to Finn's GAC. You guys are finally understanding the awfulness that is Finn's GAC. So let's see. Next one, if we look at the different characters available, right? I think safely we can put CLS, Han, and Chewie together, right? That's I think a fairly safe bet. Considering I don't have Chupio. I think potentially if I had Chupio, you could do CLS, Chewie, and Chupio, and save Han just for his auto stun at the beginning, but with where my Chupio isn't quite ready yet. So I think we're looking at CLS, Han, and Chewie as an offensive team. So why are you neglecting R2, Finn? Do you hate the hero of the Skywalker story? The hero of the Skywalker story is Rey. She's the true Skywalker. I'm just going to leave that out there and then continue on. So, CLS on Nev. Nev is, I can see Nev slowly turning red. That's the best part. The best part.
Yeah, no. I already lost my shit earlier on today with people going on about, oh, when did the Sith first get introduced? And it's like, oh, it was around about the prequels, and I'm like, no, it wasn't. There was a comic book series called Tales of the Jedi: The Age of the Sith in 1996, and it's like just going over people. Oh yeah, no, I think it was the cab, but no, it wasn't. It was the mid-90s. Oh, just yeah. So I've already lost once today. People asking questions. It's like, oh, you lore experts, and then none of them came back with, oh, you know what? There was a comic book series called The Age of the Sith. And these people have like thousands of followers, and I'm like, really?
I know the feeling, man.
Yeah. Why is your Jedi Knight Revan gear 12? Because that's all I'm taking him to, Poby. So, all right. So, there we go. So we'll confirm this as one of the squads here. And there we go. Let me see if there's any other questions here, just so I can ask those as we go along. Did I miss any? Nightmare question, Finn, where's your Welch's commercial for RSG? I'm working on them. I'm creating clips, and then we'll work on combining them. And then putting them on Twitter, and then making a viral Twitter campaign in 2021 to get Finn sponsored by Welch's. Like that's the goal. That's the 2021 goal for Finn, is to be sponsored by Welch's. Like that's the goal. That's the goal. Let me see if there's any other questions. Finn has high expectations. That's all I can say. There's high expectations for Finn. What? What? I need a hug after seeing his Jedi Knight Revan. What's wrong with my Jedi Knight Revan? He's gear 12. You leave him alone. He doesn't need to be any higher. He has a Relic 5 Grandmaster Yoda that I always put with him. So okay, he's fine. He's fine. See? He's fine. He's fine. What? What, Nev?
No. I'm collecting. You know how you do. You don't lock in until you collect your GOTB rewards, and then it's like, do I lock in now or do I leave it? It's like, yeah, I'm locking it.
I guess Finn
I'm
doesn't
locking
share
in
my
now.
hype for training droid smuggling. I do. Let's see how many we get. I saved it, Ouchie. See, I saved it. Here we go. And we're getting 40 and 40. I believe that's average. I think that was the average.
I accidentally clicked on the first one today, not the last one.
Whoops.
I don't even know what rewards I got, but as far as I'm concerned, does it matter?
No.
Does it really matter when you've got like 5 digits in training?
So I don't even, I take all of my characters immediately to level 85. So I have no way of seeing how many droids I have right now. Like I can go to train and it just shows me as inventory empty because I have no characters. So it doesn't even show me how many droids I have right now.
Why do you take them all to 85?
I always take them to 85.
Because he loves fluffing bottoms.
I am.
Because you love fluffy bottoms.
Fluffy bottoms, fluffy bottoms.
Fluffy bottoms. Fluffy bottoms are awesome. Hey, I have a fluffy bottom, but it ain't that fluffy.
Yeah, so you gotta fluff more. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta fluff more. All right, so go back to my squad. See, this is what happens when it's a Finituesday. It just becomes all kinds of insanity. I mean, that's what happens. All right. So we have Darth Revan, we have Padme, we have CLS. What, Poby? What? What is this? What is this? All right. So we now have the rest of these. So let's see. Filthy bottom fluffer. Quiet smudge. All right. Hi, Obito. How are you doing? Hi, Tumblo Dry. How are you doing? Let me see. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anyone else? I think that's everyone. Yeah, once you guys are in chat, make sure that I shout you guys out. I am trying to shout out everyone as I see the new names. If I missed you, go ahead and type something in chat, but I think I got all of you guys. Let's see. Where do we go next? So we could do Grievous. And are we going to do the team that we just talked about? Grievous, B1 and Magnagard? Do we want to try that? We could, because
I put Grievous with my Droidica.
With your Droidica, so B1 Droidica?
Yeah. Although I'm trying something new. I'm trying something new with Grievous this time around. I'm trying Grievous with Grievous Droidica. I'm trying Chopper.
Sorry, Nathan H. There's only so much I can do.
I'm trying Chopper.
Is one of the ones because
Chopper's got the Chopper has got the ability to taunt, but he's also got the ability to cleanse. I don't know how that's going to work from an AI point of view, but I just want to see if he gets any. I just want to see if he gets any holds.
Yeah, no, I love Chopper. I put Chopper on the Mon Mothma team in my 5v5s. He's not a rebel fighter, but he's still a rebel, and he's a lot of fun.
And he taunts.
He taunts. Yep. So he's a lot of fun on that team. Not the greatest because again, he's not a rebel fighter, but still he does a lot. So I am a fan of Chopper. He's actually one of the, I think the only, did I get Chopper to Gear 11? He might be the only Phoenix character that I have at Gear 11. Yeah.
I only did that with my Gear 11 Chopper. I didn't do that with a Gear 8. I did it with a Gear 11 Chopper.
Yes. I have a Gear 11 Chopper and a Gear 11 Ezra. The rest of my Phoenix are crappy. So, yeah.
Yeah. I did it with my second alt account because my second alt account does actually have a Gear 11 Chopper.
Gotcha. We do have another option potentially on the Grievous team. We're not using HK with Darth Revan. Do we want to try Grievous B1 and HK? Because HK might be a little bit nasty. I mean, Droidica does have the survival, right? But I mean, we have a few
if you're gonna do HK, we'll put HK in the lead.
We could do HK in a different team actually. Then, so if we do, that's an interesting point. So if we do Grievous B1 and Droidica, do we want to set up a team like HK B2 and Magnagard?
That would, I mean, you would definitely want HK in the leader spot. That would definitely work.
Yeah.
He's got the is it crit damage or crit chance up? I think it's crit damage, isn't it?
I think it's crit damage. Let's check.
I think it's crit damage.
Both. He has 30% crit chance and 20% crit damage and 10%.
Oh, so it's both. Oh, I thought it was one or the other. Yeah.
Which is going to be nasty with B2 because if B2 gets triggered to go a lot, then he's just going to go nuts. So yeah, what if we try this? So I think you are not invisible, the engineer. I said hi to you before. I am getting to you. He said, question for the third time. Hey, I am one Finn, hyped up on fruit snacks, trying to re-chat and do Galaxy of Heroes with no focus. Bear with me. The engineer is saying Vader, Shore, and Zalbar on defense. I like Zalbar with mission with like either a Kira or a Karth, personally. Because mission and Zalbar together, first off, Zalbar is going to be ridiculously hard to kill. But that's where mission comes in, because mission can assist, right? So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be... I kind of like Kira, mission, and Zalbar, personally. But where do you guys like to see Zalbar? I think I would do Kira, mission, and Zalbar as one of my teams.
Yeah, that's what I do. I think I do that on 2 of my accounts. I do Kira, mission, Zalbar.
Yeah,
I throw that in defense because it's going to get beat, but it's a good banner stripper.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree with Paulo and Abito that, you know, use Poggle. Poggle gives a massive offense boost to those droids.
Oh, with this team? So we did do that last time. We did do Poggle last time with this kind of team. We have a lot of droids, so we can come up with like 3-4 different droid teams, actually, or 3 teams. Yeah, we should be able to come up with like 3 different droid teams if we wanted to. So we can definitely do that. But to your question, the engineer, I don't think I would put Zalbar on that team. Grim was mentioning it earlier. The team may be Vader, Shore, and Piet. Like, that may be one of the stronger teams in 3v3 now, because Piet with Vader is ridiculous. So, and we might try that here with one of my teams. So, Vader, Shore Trooper, and Piet is, I think, where I would go.
Yeah, because Kira Mission and Zalbar is behind door number 2 team, because you'll have stuff on the front that will, you know, make your opponent use use Vader, because obviously Vader would be a very, very easy solo and a high banner score against a Kira Mission Zalbar team. So you throw that team on the back, and have your opponent waste their Vader on something else, and then it doesn't matter what they're going to use against that. It'll win, but it's going to lose a lot of banners.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I think that would be the direction I would go, but yeah, it just kind of depends. So, okay, so you guys are saying Poggle lead with B2 and Droideka. Okay, so you guys want Poggle lead B2 Droideka. So let's do that. So we'll do Poggle with B2 and Droideka. I'm okay with that team. B2 Droideka, right? I think this is a solid team. We've used this before. Poggle, B2 Droideka, solid team. Yeah, Piet doesn't need to be any higher. We've kind of seen that already. He might die, but he gives so many boosts to Vader at the beginning, it's ridiculous. So you can have a lower geared Piet, and it can still be somewhat effective on that team. And the Short Trooper with the auto taunt is going to help protect it. We'll test it in my GAC, I think, but yeah. So we have Poggle, B2, Droideka, right? So we'll save this as a team. And I think this is going to be a defensive team. CLS is going to be an offensive team, so I'm going to shift that up. So let's now look at another... So let's go back to the droids, right? So yeah, we can definitely do that too, Paolo. We can put Karth with Zalbar and Mission. I think that works. We've also, by the way, done a no lead on that and done Vandor Chewie with Mission and Zalbar. You don't necessarily need... That's one of the nice things about 3v3. You don't necessarily need a leader if you have the strong characters. And Vandor, Mission, and Zalbar as a team has gotten me defenses before. Yeah. Because people just underestimate it because they're like, oh, well, there's no leader in this. Well, you kind of don't need a leader. Zalbar just taunts. Vandor is going to res him. You can get stuck very easily if you underestimate it.
Yeah, so, some trapping teams don't have leaders on, because a person that knows a little bit about it will look and go, oh, there's no leader. This is going to be relatively simple and straightforward. And they'll take a C team in when they should be taking a B team in.
Yep.
Yeah,
they'll either lose or they'll win, but with like one character left or with no protection left.
Yeah. Okay, so what if we do this then? So Grievous, B1, and L3, right? And then we can look at HK, or we could do... So we have a couple of options. We can do Grievous, B1, and Magna Guard, and then HK, Chopper, and like IG-88, right? Or we could do Grievous, B1, and L3, and then do HK, Magna Guard, and IG-88. Which one do you think? Should we put Magna Guard or L3 with the Grievous team? I'm kind of thinking L3, because Grievous has enough survival. Is better stealth Grievous? Okay, that's a good point. So we can do this. So we can do Grievous. And Obito saying L3 equalizes Grievous. See, that's why... One right after another.
Why not Grievous, L3, and Magna on the same team?
So you want to do a double tank? We could do Grievous. You don't get the healing from B1 to keep Grievous alive, though. That's the only thing.
But every time, every time L3 uses her taunt, she heals droids, doesn't she?
But it's not to the same extent as B1, but...
I don't know. Check her unique, because it is a unique, isn't it? The health.
No, it's her special. It's her special, Spark but she has to be prepared.
Oh, well, but she does get prepared if, let's see here. If she didn't take damage from an enemy since her last turn, she becomes prepared.
I don't have the Zeta on her. At the first turn...
Whenever a droid or scoundrel ally takes damage, she gains turn meter.
Okay, so let's do this. Since we're using L3, here's what I'm going to do.
You don't have the Zeta on her, though, so she won't equalize.
And I already entered. I can't leave Grand Arena.
See, you should be doing what I'm doing now, which is going over each account with a fine-tooth comb before locking in.
Yeah, that's when you end up like T-Money and you forget to
No. I'm locking everything in now. I've locked in my main. I've locked in my first ult. I'm doing my second ult, then my third ult.
Yes, but I had the issue last GAC, Nev, where I was like holding off because I thought I had time later, and then I had a bad day, and I unfortunately screwed Drafts Rivnor and only put in 2 teams on Fleet. So
I would recommend
you
not
want to watch the GA Center Roundup tonight, mate. I think you will be pleasantly surprised with your league position.
I saw last time I was in like number 3 still in like the normal division of Division
Standard.
1.
Yeah.
Standard, yeah.
Well, we're doing a special episode. One of the things that during the third segment we're going to talk about the regulations, because I've codified the league regulations.
Okay.
But we're also going to talk about the Premier League for next season and the top 10 best statistical players as they currently stand, who are going to be in the top. So I'm just saying, you'll be pleasantly surprised with your league position. You'll have to tune in, mate.
I will. If I don't catch it live, I always make sure I watch the replay.
Catch the replay.
Stream Don't Starve usually right around the time that you start. We sometimes wrap up, but otherwise we're sometimes streaming too. But we usually stop right when you get to Division 1, actually, which works out good timing wise for me, and then I watch the lower division.
Well, it's good timing for you because you're in Div 1. Most people come over to a Div 1. It's like the lower leagues, the 4s and the 3s and the 2s. They're not really fussed about.
Well, I like those. It's just conflict of timing. But yeah, I do like those. I like seeing where all the lower divisions are. Plus, I like finding them when they're streaming too. That's the fun part.
Yeah, no, I did the same with not last week, but the week before last, Scorches. My heart just so went out to him doing his GAC. Yeah. He was on for his first ever Triple Crown, so he was undefeated in round 1, undefeated in round 2, and he came up against this team, and it was the immunity on Django. And he's just crying. It's like, I can't beat. He just couldn't get past him, and it stopped him from getting his first Triple Crown. He was gutted. I was watching that, and I'm like, very, very entertaining GAC. There are so many entertaining GACs out there. You know this.
Yeah, I do, and it's part of the fun of it. So, yep. Okay, so where are we going with Grievous now? So we don't have the L3 unique Zeta. I'll do it right now, actually, for you guys. I will Zeta her for the next one. So there we go. So do we want to do a comparison? Let's do Grievous, B1, and L3 for now. We'll compare how she is without the Zeta during this round. And next round, when I queue up, she will have the Zeta, and we can do a comparison. Right? So then we can do HK, Magnagard, and like IG88. IG88 is nasty because he does the AoE, so he can lock into a lot with the HK boost. Poggle lead with Grievous. We've already put Poggle lead with B1 and with B2 and Droidica. Nightmare, Grievous, B1, B2. B2's already on the team with Poggle. So we already set up Poggle, B2, and Droidica.
One of the ones I'm trying on one of the team compositions I'm trying on one of my ults, Finn, is HK, Grievous, and IG88.
That is going to be nasty. They both have so many AoEs, and it's just going to be so much churn meter gain.
All 3 of them have got AoEs, and you get the crit chance up and the crit damage up from HK.
Yep.
And I'm trying. The reason why I'm trying that is because it's only a Relic 4 General Grievous. It's not like a full Relic 7 General Grievous. So you're not going to get the full whammy from him on the AoE, which is why I figured, well, if I put him with someone that does crit chance and crit damage up, then, his AoE whammy might be a little bit more effective. But so on one of my ults, I'm trying HK, General Grievous, and IG88.
Yeah. No, that sounds like it'll be a fun one. And then I saw another team that was just suggested, so I'm trying to get
that would work.
So Rex, 5s, and 3PO was another one. So we have these 3 teams that we just put together. So it's going to be Grievous, B1, and L3, HK, Magnagard, and IG88, and then we have Rex, 5s, and 3PO suggested by Obito. So there we go. So we'll have these 3, right? And we just before that set up Poggle, B2, and Droidica. So we'll have a few different
Rex
teams.
5s and 3PO. You're not going to do a nest timeout team with your 3PO.
I will go with what the chat suggests. No, Obito said Rex 5s and 3PO, and he says because 3PO would reduce Rex's cooldown, which is true. So then Rex may be able to do extra Rexalates. And 5s is going to be counterattacking a lot.
Oh no, I have no doubt that what you've got there is an effective team. If my opponent, I always have a look and see if my opponent has a Gear 12 nest or below, then I throw in the 2 Ewoks and C-3PO to time it out and get a hold.
Gotcha. Yeah,
because it's a trick team.
So that means then for Gas, we have Gas, Arc, and Echo left over, which is fine. So we'll have this as a team. There's always there's always a little bit sometimes of, I like having Rex available with Gas for certain counters, right? Because you get the tenacity up, but you can still, like, here's the thing. If we're fighting a Darth Revan team with Basti and we don't have Rex, that's my concern. Because then we're getting Corrupted Battle Meditated, right? So how are we dealing with the Darth Revan team if we're facing it on defense? Or any Basti team, right? So that's why usually I save the Rex for the Gas team. I don't know if my Gas team is going to be able to take out any Darth Revan team with Basti because of Corrupted Battle Meditation and not having Rex on there. All right, that's my only concern. That's my only concern. We've already, I mean, we can change it, Nightmare, but we have Darth Revan, Malik, and Basti as a team. We've done that before. We've done EP, Basti, and Sith Empire Trooper. We've set that team before, too. I feel like the Darth Revan team has done better, typically. But again, we've also saved Rex. So I'm not sure. We'll see. We can leave this team. We don't have to place it on defense. And then we can come back to it, right? Because we're setting up a bunch of different 3v3 teams. And we can then decide which ones we want to keep. So
much choice in 3v3.
It is.
So much choice. You get spoiled for choice, really.
They're so awful. I wish I just had the option to set 5. That would be so much better. Okay, so we're going to go now with the next one. We put Poggle, right? So what if we go to Geos, right? I think the Geos team is usually pretty straightforward. It's going to be Brood Alpha, Spy, and then Geo Soldier, right? So this ends up being your team. You're going to summon Brute. You're going to have the 4th. This one, fairly straightforward, I think, with the Geos team. Sunfac you can use as a taunter on a different team if you really need to, but he's kind of a waste in 3s on this team, so we'll do this.
Or you could be super annoying and do like a Dooku lead with Brood Alpha and Spy.
Well, so I was going to get to this suggestion, because we've had this suggestion before. Dooku, Asajj, and Zombie. We've had this suggested before.
Yeah, that's a good team.
It becomes a very nasty team. A very nasty team. Mm-hmm. For the Night Sisters, though, that leaves a Talzin, Daka, and then probably like a Spirit, potentially an Acolyte in that other position, which is still a fairly good team. So Newt, Django, and L3. If we do that, then we have to drop L3 from the Grievous team. We can do that, but we're dropping L3, and I think we're trying the L3 on this Grievous team. So we're not going to be able to do Newt, Django, L3.
No, what I was saying is since you don't have the Zeta on L3, probably won't work on that team.
She probably won't, but that's why we're doing the experiment. So this round, we won't have the Zeta. Next round, we'll have the Zeta. We'll try and see how much of a difference it makes, maybe with defensive holds and stuff. Because we experiment. We experiment. It's all about the experiment. My account is your litter box. That's the way it works. All right. Well, we don't have an official sandbox, and I don't have Galactic Legends, so it's a litter box. It's about as close to a sandbox as you can get, Nev. It's about as close as you can get. Just don't be smirking.
Okay, guys. I got bail.
You know what cats do in litter boxes, right?
I do. That's why everything here is poop. All right. Grim.
Yeah, I got a jet, so
yep.
Good luck on setting all this GAC up.
Yep. All right. Bye, Grim.
Bye, Grim.
So hold on. Now let me fix this here. So that's this one, and now I can fix Nev. So let me get Nev not all broken up into pieces here. This is half a Nev right here. Here's the other half of Nev. There we go. Okay, you're good. You're good now. All right. All right. So no, Grim had a prior commitment. So okay. So we had these teams. Now, let's see. We do have new Django, right? We can put in another Taunter. We could do Sunfac. We could do new Django Sunfac, right? Because I don't think. No, Sunfac is a separatist. It wouldn't work. No, would it? No, Sunfac doesn't auto.
What, sorry?
Newt, Django, and Sunfac, I don't think would work.
Sunfac's not an auto taunter.
He's not an auto taunter, but you don't need an auto taunter.
That's his first special. You've got to trigger it.
But you don't need him to be an auto taunter, right? Because Newt is gonna stealth. Or Django's gonna. No, you need Dooku on that team. You need Dooku for the stealthing, so it's not gonna work. New Django L3, I don't think would work out well. Or new Django anything really, I don't think would work out well without Dooku. We could do Dooku. We do need a team with Dooku. Do we want to try Dooku, Ventress, and Zombie? We could try that team. We've done that team before. That one is a pretty nasty team on defense. So Dooku, Ventress, and then Zombie. Where are you, Zombie?
I like to put Dooku on. I like to put Dooku with Sith that shock.
With Sith that shock. So
yeah.
Like EP and Assassin?
EP, Basti, Darth Basti, stuff like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Are you trying to go for the Mandalorian armor feat? We probably will. We usually go for the feats, Daryl, right? So we'll save a lot of the bounty hunters. We might be able to get a lot with just Django, or with Boba, right? And we have, I think, all 3 rounds, if I remember correctly, because it's a 6-day feat, so I think it's all offensive rounds are included.
Yeah, I've already put all my Mandalorians in their own teams, so yeah, I'll be killing off that feat nice and easy.
Yeah, and it's 13 days, which means we have not only this round of GAC, but we have next round of GAC as well. So there's really no hurry on getting this. If we kill like one person with Boba every single round, we're good for the next like 6 rounds. So no hurry on this one, but yes, we always go for the feats. So we will try to get this one.
Okay, we are locked in on the second alt account. One more account to go. One more account to go.
Oh. Wouldn't Rex work better as a leader for other clones and have gas with 5s and arc? I still like having Rex with gas in order to counter Basti. I like having Rex with gas. So, oh god, I can't believe those words. Yeah, it's just so much fun having a character named Gas. Just so much to go wrong with statements talking about gas. Yeah, but I like having Rex in order to fight Basti because of the tenacity up. So we have this team, which I think is going to be fairly good, but I typically wouldn't put Rex. But my account is a litter box. You guys come up with the teams, and we'll have fun with it. So what we're looking at now is the next team. I'm trying to see what other suggestions we have. We can't do Newt Django L3 because L3 is on a different team. We can't do HK R2 L3 because both R2 and L3 and HK are currently used. So those are all gone. I like having Gas, Chewie, and 5s for offense. So we will have Chewie. We currently have on the CLS team, but he's going to be... Once we actually get into the matchups, like these are presetting some of the teams to make it easy for us to know kind of where we're using them. But we could easily switch these around so the situation arrives. So we could always move Chewie from the CLS team and put him on a different team if we so wanted to. So right now we're just trying to put together the different teams. So I'm thinking another team, simple one, Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, and Jolie, right? I think that's going to be one of our simple offensive teams. That should simplify this team. And then, once we do that, we can go to the rest of the Jedi. We have a Basti lead we can potentially use now, which can be very useful. And we have Anakin, right? So if we save Basti, we can do Basti, Anakin, and like Hermit Yoda. We don't need Ezra. And then this becomes like a nasty team. Jedi Knight, Revan, Basti, and Jolie. So we could put Basti on that team. The only downside is Basti, I have Zeta, and she maybe has the second best Jedi leadership outside of Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master and Jedi Knight Luke, which I don't have. So Basti basically has like the best thing, the best leader ability outside of Revan if we wanted to create a second team, right? So yeah. I'm thinking if we do this, right?
No, that's good logic. That's sound logic.
Yeah, I mean, we can change it if you guys want, but I think these two Jedi teams might work out betterly. But again, we can change this based on what you guys want, but I'm thinking these might work out better because it gives us more flexibility with the Jedi. Especially since we put R2 with Padme, we freed up Jedi Knight Anakin, and we could put Anakin on the Basti team with the protection up. He's going to be a hard one to kill. And then you have Hermit Yoda that's able to start calling them to assist and healing and stuff. I think these teams will work out a little better. But yeah. I don't know why he has B1 without Grievous to be fun. What? I mean, we can drop B1 from Grievous if you want to, but it's just the way we do have B1 with Grievous. I don't know what you guys are. We have B1 with Grievous. We have Grievous, B1, and L3. I don't know what you're saying, Doctor. It just, don't have gas up your kilt and backside. No. Gas is kind of our offensive team. He's our cutoff line. So all of these are probably going to be more offensive teams, right? And then we'll kind of figure it out from there. So we'll do this. Then let's see. B1 does help Grievous. I know he helps it. Okay. So let's go with another simple one. Triumvirate, right? Triumvirate, simple one. Traya, Scion, Nihilus. Done. The Triumvirate's an easy one. So we can figure out what we want to do with the rest of the Sith if we want to. Right? So we'll do this for a little bit longer, and then we'll try to put together some teams and everything. So let's see. If we do... Are we doing EP Vader Thrawn? We have Sith Empire Trooper. We could do, like, Maul, Savage, and Sith Empire Trooper if we want. We still have Dooku left. Unless we want to try that that team of Vader, Shore Trooper, and Piet. If we do Vader, Shore Trooper, and Piet, we could try this. Maul lead is like the forgotten lead. That used to be such an awesome lead, and then it's just... so sad. But with the Sith Empire Trooper, it could become potentially nasty. So, yeah. Just unlocked farming Jedi Master Luke tokens. Awesome. Congratulations, Jeff. Very nice. Busy running Heroic AAT on auto, so I'll have to rewatch. You're going to rewatch what? We're just making up teams. Wait, busy what? If you're watching this, I can summarize for you. Here are the teams that we've come up with. You don't have to rewatch everything. These are the teams. See, they're literally right in my layouts of the teams that we put together. This is what you're talking about, Tumblr. All right. So we still have a lot potentially that we can put together in teams, right? And we do need a lot more teams. By the engineer, Maul, Savage, and one other. So if we do that, right, I think it would be Sith Empire Trooper. That way we have a taunter, right? So if we do Maul, Savage, and we can do Sith Empire Trooper, we have our taunter. What can Piet and Veers do, Gear 11? I'm new to this also. Which lead? It's an interesting one here. I'm going to save this team so we can decide if we want to do this. But, nope, too late, Nightmare. All right, so Nightmare is insistent on doing EP, Basti, and Sith Empire Trooper. Like, he's insistent on that. We've tried that before, too. Here, we'll try this, though. So let's do Empire, right, and see how this works. We'll try Veers, Stark, and Piet. And just do it on auto. Yes, I know. We'll just do it on auto and see how this goes. So, auto. We'll just see how this... Again, this is like Node 1 of Galactic War, so it should be fairly easy. But you can see kind of what happens. There's a lot of assisting going on, but with only just like the regular Imperial Troopers, it's a little bit different. So there's node 1. We'll just continue with the 3v3 to go through here, right? So we'll go to the next one. Same thing. See how these 3 just managed to continue to push. And they constantly heal too. This one doesn't have the AoE, so you'll see. Did the AI Stark start off with the AoE? No, it did the buff first. Stark, I'm pretty sure, did the buff first. So we'll try again and see. Let's select. Go here. I'm pretty sure I did the buff first, but we'll double check here. I think he has all of his abilities active now. No, he still doesn't. Yeah, you know what we'll do? Let's do basic first. No, so we can rewind, or I'm just going to do basic right now. We'll reset all of his abilities, and then the next time we'll do the auto and see what it does. So let's go ahead and do the next one. Remove this. Let's see if Stark is full on turn meter, and then we'll... There we go. Okay. No, he doesn't have his AoE yet, so we'll see what happens next. Well, there we go. Yeah, but these guys are just basically 3-manning everything right now. So this is not a... This is a nasty team, but yeah. It's true, all of it I recommend watching. Okay, here we go. So I think the AoE should now be up, because we were doing the basic. Right, so we'll remove these. And let's go ahead and check. So now, I'm going to basic here first. There we go. Let's see what he does. Nope, he did. He AoE'd first instead of the buff. You're right. He AoE'd instead of the buff. But the AoE did cause a buff, right? It got, I think it added crit chance up. So it's still not the greatest thing. Let me check. Because it looked like it did cause a buff to show up. But yeah, he definitely did the barrage first.
There we go. Locked in on all 4 accounts.
He definitely did the barrage first. I thought he did the AoE, but he definitely did the barrage first.
Well, that's what the AI is going to do if you put that team on defense then. Yeah.
See, this is why Galactic War is awesome. Yeah, so this is not a team you want to use on defense. This would be more of an offensive team if we save it. So yeah, don't use Imperial Troopers on defense. The Stark doesn't work out right.
Test your 3v3s in GW to see what the AI is going to do.
So yeah, let's go ahead and do this again. We'll see. I mean, the team is doing fairly well, actually. So for offensive purposes, this might be pretty good. You might need Piet to be close to Stark speed then, 1 speed slower. I would really hope it's not that. Possibly, but I would really hope that's not what you need. Because even if you do this, right, he should get full turn meter with the AoE. Should be, but yeah. Yeah. It would be an easy win against it every time. Let's do basic and see. Yeah, you know what we can do here. This is what I can do. And this is. So we'll multi-sim this, right? And then we'll restart, and then let's select the battle. We'll do the same 3 again. So now they're reset. All right, so they're pretty much the same. You can see, like, there's not a lot of difference between their speeds. So this should definitely do exactly what it needs to. So if I do the AoE, Piet's full. Piet, like, they're all full. So you shouldn't need to, like, my stuff is actually, I think, fine in terms of speed, but yeah. Arnold run his Piet. Like, if you're putting them on defense, I think you can make your Piet faster, but I also don't have a relic on my Piet, so he's not going to be, like, he's not gaining all the extra speed. So getting Piet faster is not necessarily reasonable. I can show you the speeds on my troopers. So my Stark currently has a speed set that takes him to 281 speed, which puts him over 300 with Veers. And then Piet has 244 speed. So he already gets enough of a bonus. So yeah. So I think this would be a good team, but for maybe an offense cleanup. I think this would be an offense cleanup team. Plus, that's if we're keeping Piet with the Imperial Troopers. We could very well put Piet with Vader and do that team. So we have a few different options here. We'll try to put together a few more teams here as it's 1:30 Eastern time. So we'll kind of start wrapping it up here. But we've put together a lot of teams so far, and we'll continue to do some more. But let's see. Nightmare really wants that team. So what if we do this? What if we modify this? He's been kind of nonstop about it at this point. EP, Basti, and then Sith Empire Trooper. Let me take off this team. I'm just gonna remove this team for now. Because we've used this team on defense before. I think the Revan team works out better, but if we're doing the Rex team, it'd be nice to have Revan and Malik for offense. So we could do this. There we go. So we can do EP, Basti, and Sith Empire Trooper. That leaves us Darth Revan, Malik, and I don't really care who Sith Assassin. We can get some turn meter boost here. We can do Revan, Malik, and Sith Assassin. For that team, since we have HK on a team, pretty much Revan and Malik are going to destroy this team. So, do you have a third SE? Yeah, it would probably be Sith Assassin there, Jeff, just for the turn meter gain and stuff. HK we put as a leader for another team, so we won't have HK on that team, but we don't necessarily need that. So, have we stopped calling them Sith Trooper and yeah, I've never called them Strooper and Assassin. I've never called them that, Tumblo. Never. Nev, have you? I have never called them that.
No. Never heard them called that, never called them that.
They want to know what you're looking at, too. I don't know what you're looking at.
Oh, sorry. That's obviously my monitor's there that my webcam's on, but I've got a big monitor above, and I've just been downloading downloading some stuff onto it and then just saving it, so that's why.
So
you know what it's like, Finn. When you got multiple monitors, you do different things with different monitors.
I have a monitor here, I have a monitor here, I have a monitor here, and I have a monitor here.
Yeah. So I've got my Zoom on this monitor, I've got my browser on this monitor, and I've got Discord on this monitor.
Yep.
And my monitor way over there is just an extra one.
Yep, I have my chat over here, I have my game over here, I have my OBS with you on it over here, and then I have just the regular Zoom on the one over here. So yeah. Welcome to the world of streaming.
Well, yes, exactly. Multiple monitors.
One monitor is not enough.
One monitor is not enough.
Neither is two.
Neither is two.
Because
the thing is, you get two and you think, oh yeah, and then you realize very, very, very quickly that two still isn't enough, and you get three, and then it's like, yeah,
a little closer. It's a little closer. I needed a fourth. I needed a fourth. So we set up that team for Nightmare, and we're done. No, I don't know whoever called them that, but whoever called them that should be ashamed, Tumblo. That's all I gotta say. Assassin? They can't even say that easily. Assassin. It's fun to say, but yeah. Finn, there's your Finposter in chat. Where's my Finposter? Who's my Finposter? There's a Finposter? Who is my Finposter? Is it just me? Am I my own Finposter? Am I my own worst enemy? Okay, so let's try to get a couple more teams here. Do we want to do the Dooku team? Let's start with that one. So we have the team that we talked about before. We've done it before. It is Dooku with Asajj and Zombie. And basically what happens, Dooku will stealth Asajj, and then you're just stuck attacking Zombie, and yeah, just over and over again. Someone is using my pick? Oh, you're talking about Tumblo, yes. Tumblo is using the Jedi Consular Finn image. That is correct. He is definitely using the Jedi Consular Finn image. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. So, yeah. Okay, so we have Dooku, Ventress, and Zombie. Do we want to do this team and then... What do you mean, what? Have you not seen it? Jedi Consular Finn is designed after me, Tumblo. Here, I'm going to show you right now. Let me get to my Relic 4 Jedi Consular, right? And then I'm going to do this. Let's go ahead and move me right there. Look at this. I am Jedi Consular Finn. Right there. Just like straight up. See?
You've got the costume and the lightsaber, haven't you, Finn?
I do. I've in fact been Jedi Consular Finn.
Yeah. What you need? Do you have full body green screen at your place?
Not yet.
Well, get it, and then get yourself a lazy Susan, right? Set your camera up, hit record, stand on your lazy Susan, and just gently nudge yourself off so that you spin around.
There we go.
I'm intending to do that. I'm intending to do it myself, but not with Jedi Consular.
There's Angry Finn. You want Angry Finn? Angry Finn still tries to smile. He can't help himself. Angry Finn. There's no real Angry Finn. Spin Finn? What the hell is Spin? Okay, here. This is Spin Finn. You ready? There you go. There's your Spin Finn. That's as much of a Spin Finn as you're gonna get. All right, there you go. There's your Spin Fin. All right. As much as you're getting with the Spin Fin. Okay. Welcome to YouTube where you can't clip. So ha, Poby, ha. That's all I gotta say, ha. All right. So, can you please ask Nev my question? Okay, so Nev.
Yes.
Question for Nev. After the Return of Jedi and Mando Episode 1, is anyone in Star Wars universe really dead? No. No. Especially if they fell down a hole, Nev. If they ever fell down a hole in Star Wars, they're never dead.
No, but if we're talking about there were lots of characters that that may have passed in the movies that were simply returned to life in the extended universe books and in the comic books. Mm-hmm. In multiple different ways, actually. If you've ever read Tag and Bink, if you've ever read Tag and Bink, and I think that's from, I'm trying to remember the year, it might be 98 or 99 before the prequels came out. They get involved in a lot, and a lot of people die either at their hands or they're rescued at their hands purely by accident. It happens. It does happen a lot. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And then there are characters that die in the books that you're like, oh my God, really? You killed that character off? It's like, and then you just start crying because it's sad.
It is.
There are Star Wars books that will make you cry. Mm-hmm. No joke. Vector Prime. I cried like a baby. When I read that book. Salvatore, you idiot.
Okay, I think that's a good ending point here. So, thank you guys for joining so much on this little bit of an extended lunch stream as we were setting up some 3v3 teams. I hope you guys had fun on Finituesday when Ranger is gone, and I definitely ruined the lunch stream. So, hope you guys had fun with all of that. I might be on my Twitch later on, twitch.tv/FinityRSG. Doing some more of the graphics cleaning that I need to do with my recent hard drive issues, so I'm going to be working on some more graphics cleanup. I'm also, because I know some people in State of Survival had some questions and stuff, so if you guys have questions about State of Survival or just want to hang out, whatever it is, come over on Twitch and hang out with me later. We'll answer some questions. There's some new stuff that dropped in the latest update too that I've been looking at, and it's a bunch of really fun things for the most part. So hopefully you guys will be able to come out. I think I'm going to do that probably around like 3 for a couple of hours. 3 p.m. 3:30. I'll do that at 3. Actually, I'll do that, yeah, at 3:30 Eastern for about like an hour and a half. And you guys can join me as I clean up some graphics. We do some State of Survival stuff. So it'll just be another chill kind of stream. I'm going to be trying to do a few more of those as I try to push for affiliate on my channel so we can use that to test stuff for the RSG channel, because I can't test anything with bits or anything on that channel right now. So we'll try to go for affiliate over there. So please come out, join me again, twitch.tv/FinityRSG. So yeah, in about, just about in little less than 2 hours, actually, Poby. Little less than 2 hours, I'll be over on Twitch. So join me if you guys want, and then of course bring your questions and stuff if you guys have anything with State of Survival, and I'll just continue to do more graphic clearing. I brought up Gamorrean Guard because Johnny Moe said that he's hoping one day that the Rancor just poops out the Gamorrean Guard and he's still alive. Poor piggy. Poor piggy. All right. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining me on this lunch stream. Thank you to Nev for hopping in. And make sure to check him out. You want to pimp your GAC for tonight?
Say that again?
You want to pimp your GAC center?
Oh, yes. So this evening we will be doing our usual monthly roundup of GA Center, where we just kind of let everybody know how things went during the month. And we will not be doing our usual interview third segment this week, because we're going to talk about the Premier League and how the Premier League is going to work for Season 2 of GA Center, and also going to talk about the GAC regulations for the league that have been created, because we're hoping to bring in some new content creator GAC competitors for next season. Really, really excited with I think everybody's going to be excited for Season 2, because some of the names that we're bringing in are, we're bringing some big names in.
Awesome. And what time is that again?
That will be at 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern.
There we go. And before you watch that, head over to the RSG channel, twitch.tv/RealitySkewedGamers at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central, where we'll be doing our Don't Starve Tuesdays. So you guys have like a whole evening basically planned out for you guys. Join me on Finity RSG Twitch channel at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then you go have yourself a little bit of a dinner, have yourself a snack, come back to Reality Skewed Gamers at 8 p.m. And then at 10:30, head over to the Escape Podcast for their Twitch. It's just Escape Podcast, right? There's no the in the Twitch. It's Escape.
There's no
podcast.
the. It's Escape. Yeah, it's Escape Podcast.
There you go. So
That's
Escape
Twitch,
Podcast on Twitch. So we have a whole evening lined up, and thanks to Grim, who I know had to drop because he had an appointment. So thank you to Grim for joining, and Ranger should be back tomorrow, probably yelling at me for doing what I did today, and you guys can have fun with him for his lunch hour tomorrow. But with that, I am Finity. For Grim, for Nev, thank you guys for joining me on this Tuesday, and hope to see you guys soon. Take care.